We can't actually start the session, so welcome to this session. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys this link right here. Some of you guys watched me make this link. So there's that link that will basically account for you coming to this training session and give you a link to a post to comment on. If you comment on that post, which is this post right here, I'm going to give you these gifts. I'm going to give you a couple flows that you can clone right into your bot, and you can use your bot. They're literally flows about, so I've got all these flows for you that I'm actually building that are, I believe they're here, maybe right here. So as I see good content on the internet about chatbots, or how to sell chatbots, or how to build chatbots, or why you need a chatbot, or what is a chatbot, or awesome chatbots that you can find, that you can mimic, and you can basically bot hack and replicate on yourself. I basically just save these to a Google spreadsheet, and then my bot developers that work for my company, whenever they don't have any active work to do, I just tell them to go in and actually create these things. So like, for example, here's one of them that was done by HubSpot. So this one's actually done by HubSpot. I just have them go in, and this is a flow by HubSpot. What is a bot? How conversational UI is changing text. So this is a pretty in-depth one that talks about, what's the big deal in chatbots? What are chatbots? What about apps versus chatbots? Who uses bots and why you should be using bots, et cetera, et cetera. So I find these and basically save these guys to that spreadsheet that I just showed you. And then, like I said, whenever my bot devs don't have a whole bunch of work to do, I just keep them busy in creating these flows, and then I give them out as free gifts to people as part of my value ladder for the bot training. So 3 of those guys are these guys right here. This one, what is a bot? And an intro to bots, and then another intro to bots. Those are your free gifts that you can get, and you can copyright into your bot just by commenting on this post, wherever this post is at the end of the session. So that's what that link's for. So this session, we kind of had a couple different things that we can talk about. Our next session, we're actually going to get our guest speaker from last session that didn't make it. He actually had to go to the emergency room. So he rescheduled for 8. So he's going to be on our last session, which is 2 hours from now. So he's still going to come and give that session. So we had a couple options here. We are a little behind schedule because the majority of people elected to fucking party for Christmas and party for New Year's. So we just kind of postponed that training. So we had the option to talk about Facebook ads, or to talk about payments in the app, or payments in the bot, or talk about email or phone validation. Email phone validation is pretty important for another topic that we're going to talk about, which is lead scoring. So having a valid phone number, having a valid email, collecting how many times the users actually visited your website, all those things, somebody's position, somebody's yearly income, all those things are really important for lead scoring to go in and pre-qualify our leads. So you guys really elected to talk about Facebook advertising. So let's jump into that. So I'm going to come in here and go to my manage ads account and kind of look at some of the and break my necklace, I guess is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at some of the ads that I've ran here recently. Now, keep in mind, I don't do Facebook advertising. I am not a marketer. I am an engineer. So please do not gauge my success based on what you should have if you are a marketer and you run ads yourself, or if you write good content and you run ads yourself, or if you hire an ad guy like Pete. So if you hire some guy like Pete to come in and actually do your ads, then probably going to get much more success than you would with me running your ads, because I'm an engineer. So, but you can see this. I spent $250 on this guy right here. My average cost was 79 cents per message replies. I got 318 message replies. I reached this many people. Have a relevancy score. I thought I should have a relevancy score. Actually, let's go to our ads instead of our ad set. So this guy, let's see, here's an ad right here, 98 clicks, So it was $4.66. So I think this is probably quite expensive comparatively. But these are all people that went inside my bot, and they have an average price point of $47 a month is the average price point. So I spent $456 there. Same thing here. Here, this was much cheaper. I spent $404 here, got 39 cents per link click, got 1,000 link clicks. So all of these are bot traffic ads. So let's go in and actually create some of these bot traffic ads. All right. So to do that, first thing I want to do is how to view saved posts on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/saved. Okay. So let's see if that fucking works. Great. That works. So part of what I do, and like I said, I'm not a marketer, I'm an engineer. Part of what I do is, for example, this right here. I come to Facebook and then I use this little tool right here, which is Turbo Ad Finder. So you can find this just like this. So you can find this just like this by Googling that, or you could just click this link right here that I just gave you. All right. So you got one of those two options. You can Google, or you can click the link that I gave you and you can download this. It's a Chrome extension. So I use that Chrome extension, and kind of what I do is I go in and I turn that thing on. Now, once I turn that on, everybody's post, all my families and friends, all their posts disappear, and I am left with only Facebook ads. So I'm left with only sponsored posts. I'm left with only ads, and I can just scroll down and look at these ads, and typically that's what I do. Here's an ad by Russell Bronson. So I go in and actually just look at these ads, and then I use these ads and I see which ones have a lot of engagement, which one have a lot of shares, a lot of views, a lot of different engagement on it. And I use that to kind of model my ads that I'm going to actually create. And then also, whenever I'm finding ads that I like, that I want to, let's say, copy or steal or whatever you want to call it, then I just come over here and I save this post. So apparently I can view them just like that. So let's see. I know somewhere in here. Check it out. Mixery. They're a competitor of mine. All right. So not sure I really like that one. See if I can find, here's a bot academy. I thought for sure that would take me to their actual post, and it doesn't take me to their post. See if I can find any more. 7 popular. Hey, here's another one. Great. Here's a great one right here. Now, why am I doing that? Because I need some ad copy. That's why. I need some ad copy, and I want to outsource. I want to essentially outsource my ad copy to somebody else who has created some ad copy. So they got 33 shares on this, 26 comments, 121 likes. So this could essentially be my ad copy. Now I just need to edit this. All right. So great. There's my ad copy. So let's go in and create a new ad. So here I've got a couple options whenever I create an ad. Let's start over. All right. So I'm going to start over now. Like I said, I'm not a marketer, so maybe Pete can tell us about some of this stuff. I'm not a marketer, so I know you can either use traffic. You could use any of these essentially. You could use traffic. You could use engagement. You could use any of these for an ad that is going to deliver people to your bot. And the way that you would do that is use anything, create a comments growth tool, and create a ref link and embed the ref link in the ad copy, and bam, you got 2 entry points. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this messages one, because this is an ad that is created to literally drive bot subscribers. It's literally, this ad is created to go in and get bot subscribers. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to say bot training live training ad is what this campaign is going to be called. All right. So ad set name, I don't even know what this is. So maybe ask a marketer about some of this stuff. So I'm going to change this ad set name to live training 4.4 because that's what it is. All right. So choose an ad, sponsored messages, send messages to existing conversations, open messenger conversations from ad. I want to use that one because I don't want to retarget. This would be retargeting to people that have already sent me a message. So I don't want to retarget them. I want to get new people. All right. So now I can either create a new audience or I can use the save audience. So I'm going to use a custom audience for this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a lookalike audience of bot registrations. Okay. So what I'm going to do real quick is come in here to audiences. I'm going to open this link up in a new tab. And I've got this lookalike audience here. It's got 2.1 million people in it. So how this audience was created is I created a lookalike audience and I did something like custom audience, create an audience of existing customers or people who have interacted with your business. So now I went to website traffic and I picked my pixel. So here, if you were to look here and you were to inspect this page source, somewhere in here, I would say right here, there's a Facebook pixel. All right. So if you don't know anything about that Facebook pixel, then you can come right here to this pixels in Facebook and you can see your Facebook pixels. So hopefully you do know something about Facebook pixels. So I've got this pixel right here. And this pixel is tracking page views, registrations, and purchases. All right. So how you set that up is you just click the setup option. And what I do is I manually install the code myself because it's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. Here is your pixel code. So right here is your pixel code. So you grab this code right here and copy it in your header. So I use ClickFunnels for that particular page. So essentially you can come in here and you can come to your page and you can go to your tracking code, and in the header you can pop in that pixel code. All right. So that's what I've done. Now I've put in that pixel code. What that does is that every time somebody clicks on this link or lands on this page, it fires this code. Now, if that user is logged into Facebook, then Facebook tracks that user and associates a page view with that user. All right. So I do that. And then also on some of these other pages, like this thank you page right here, if you look on this thank you page, I would say go to this thank you page right here and go to the same spot and area. If I were to go to this tracking code, you would see that here. Here I've got a script to complete registration. So it looks like I'm actually missing something here. To be honest, it looks like I'm quite missing something here. And that went there. So it looks like I'm missing something here. But so let me just go in and double check that thing real quick. Let me go to this and redirect equals false. I'm going to put that on there so my page doesn't actually redirect, because if not, my page is going to redirect. If I were to take that out and put that in there, then what's going to happen is whenever you come there, the page is going to automatically redirect and send you into Messenger. So I don't want to do that. I want to go to this redirect equals false. And yes, you're right. What you can do is you can go to settings right here. And I probably actually have that in settings. You can go to this head tracking code. And in here, you can add all your pixels. And it looks like I already have the Facebook pixel in the head tracking code. So it looks like I'm actually good. So I don't need to go in and add that pixel here, because if I look at this page source, must be already here. And it is already here. So there's the pixel. So now once this page is actually loaded, I fire off this event somewhere right here called track complete registration. So whenever a user hits this page, then that user is associated with this complete registration right here. All right. So while I'm here, let's come in here and say, hey, all website visitors. Let's go in here to say people who have made a purchase in the last 180 days. And let's call this bot training action takers. And let's create this audience. All right. So now when I create this audience, what Facebook is going to do is going to look at everybody who actually reached the thank you page for taking action. And it's going to run some magic algorithm and figure out what is so unique and what are all the common traits that are shared, like demographics, gender, ages, likes, interests, positions, hobbies, relationships, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to go crunch all that data. And then what they're going to do is they're going to come back to me with a list of, similar people. All right. So now I'm creating that custom audience. After I create that custom audience, then I can create a lookalike audience for that guy. So once I am done with that custom audience, I can create a lookalike audience, and then I can go in and choose those bot training action takers. I can choose those guys, and then I can go in and actually create a lookalike audience. So this bot training action takers, this custom audience is going to be literally all the people from Facebook, all the people that have taken action, where Facebook knows, hey, these are the users that have taken action. Now, when I create the lookalike audience, Facebook is going to say, hey, here are a bunch of similar people that look like those people that have actually taken action. So that's essentially what I've done in this lookalike bot registration. I first got 60 people who actually registered for the bot training. So they registered for the free training. And then from there, I went and created a lookalike audience and told Facebook, hey, give me people who look just like those 60 people. And they gave me 2.1 million people. So that's who I'm going to use to target this ad right here. So I'm going to use those guys. That's who I'm going to target that ad. And I'm going to leave all this alone. I'm not going to do anything else because Facebook has already picked people that they think are really likely to convert because they're very similar to the people who have already converted. So I don't need I don't have any reason to go in and exclude. Now, I could exclude people who like my page. So I could exclude people who like my page. I could exclude people who did that. I could exclude people who are connected to DemoBot. So those people, I don't want to, any people who are connected to DemoBot, I don't want to include them in my advertising. So now I've got automatic placements or edit placements. Since I'm not a marketer, I'm just going to let Facebook pick placements for me. All right, so my daily budget, I think I'm going to start out with $20 a day. All right, and I'm going to say, hey, run my ad set continuously. And I'm actually going to set a start and end date. So I'm going to end on next Saturday. So this is the 13th. I'm going to end on next Saturday at Our first training is, when is our first training? Our first training is 9 a.m., I believe. So I'm going to end right after, at the ending of our training. So our first training is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So I'm going to end this at 11 a.m. All right. So I'm going to run this just for 1 week, and then next week, if you come back to next week's session, we can look at this ad while it's still running and look at its performance, see if I increase the budget or anything, and kind of look at its performance and see how it's actually performed. All right. So I'm going to save this guy right here, and I'm going to continue. All right. So now I'm going to continue. I'm going to run this for the demo bot page, right? So that's the guy that I'm going to run it for. I think I'm going to use a single image and not a video. All right. Now I could possibly use a video, because I think even if I look here, I think even I've got some video that I have found. I think I've got some video that I found about chatbots on the internet already. So this one, I think. All right. So that one was open source. So let's do a video, because some people tell me that the videos perform very well. So let's just do a video, a single video. So let's upload that video. So there's my video. Somewhere I found my ad content. So I open sourced my video creation from another Facebook ad, because I saved it and then just copied the video. I just found their video URL and copied that guy. Now I'm pretty sure I've got some ad content that I'm going to say that I open sourced. By that, what I mean by that is I didn't write it. I stole it from somebody else. All right. So there's my video. Here's this. Hey, smart marketer. So I just need to go in and grab this link right here. Change that with my ad copy. There we go. And here we go. Right there. All right. So I want to change this as well. So now my ad copy is done, my video's done, and I didn't have to create any of it. I outsourced all of it, meaning I found other people that were running successful ads, and I just I just used their content. So, because I'm not a marketer. So so now I just need to change this, connect in Messenger. I'm going to say, hey, get started now. Not sure if that's going to work. Let's see how it looks on the Messenger home. It's not supported in Messenger Home. So it looks pretty good everywhere. All right. So I got that. Got my content. Send message. I think I'm going to change that to learn more. I'm thinking this video is a little bit more than 15 seconds. So 24 seconds is what that video is. So Pete's saying send message. Are you saying this hit send message? Are you saying this works very well for this headline here or for this call to action? I think you're saying it works for this headline here, is what I'm thinking that you're saying. That's what I'm thinking you're saying, hit send message. Works really good like that. So I'm going to replace that. And then I guess I need to change this, not this. I guess I need to change this back to send message, or the user's going to probably get confused. Like, I don't see any send message that you want me to hit. So now all my content's all created. So now to do a little bit of bot building. All right. So now to do a little bit of bot building, let's create a new flow. Facebook ad 44. And let's go to our flow builder. Yes. I don't think I'm going to use buttons. I think I'm going to use these quick replies. Hey, maybe I just did something stupid. So I think I'm going to use these quick replies. And actually, while I'm thinking about this, I'm pretty sure when we do our growth tool, we want to do this Facebook ads JSON growth tool. I'm going to call this opt-in actions. So that's fine, because I'm going to replace this guy with this guy. Great. So there's that guy. Publish that guy. Let's check this guy out. All right, so great. So let's add a yes and a no. So he says no. So I'm just going to say, hey, so what can I do for you, buddy? Since you don't want what the ad is interacting with. So what can I do for you? If you say yes, then I'm going to go into a condition, and I'm just going to check to see if your email has any value. If email is unknown, then I'm going to ask you for your email address. All right. So my recommendation, Greg, is yes. My recommendation is when I run ads, I run triple threat ads. All right. So when I run an ad, I'll do a triple threat ad, and I'll show you that because that's what we're going to build is this triple threat ad. So this is going to be an email, and we're going to save this in email. And I'm not going to let you skip that. All right. So here I'm going to say, is email the best email address to send this to? And I'm going to let you say yes or no. So if you say no, then guess what? I'm just going to route you up here and get your email address. If you say yes, I'm going to route you over here to the same place. I'm going to route you here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, though, is come in and add a tag. And I'm going to say that this guy subscribed via Facebook ad. That way I know that I spent money to acquire this guy. I'm going to start that guy right there. So I actually can't do that because this is going to be adjacent, so I can't do that. So what I actually need to do is copy that guy, and then now I can route this yes into here, and then route that guy there. And I can also route this no into there, and route that guy in there. All right. So now I need to go in and see if I can actually find this cheat sheet. I'm not really sure where I would have put this cheat sheet at. Must have put him somewhere. Let's look in downloads and PDFs. Facebook Messenger policy quick reference. So, not sure what that is. Great. That's a great one. So let's add a file. There we go. So there's that. So I'll publish that guy. So now that guy has been published. So now it's just a matter of going back to my bot, refreshing this guy. Copying this to my clipboard. Coming over here to set up messages. Going to my JSON. Getting all this stuff. Pasting that stuff in there. Let's preview this in Messenger. So here's the preview in Messenger. So do you want to get the cheat sheet about bots, right? Yeah, sure I do. Is info@Vaughn the best email address? Yep, it sure is. Here's your cheat sheet. Downloading the cheat sheet. There's the cheat sheet. Great. So now that's done. All right. So now I got my cheat sheet, everything. That's done. So I'm done there. So essentially now I'm done with this ad. This ad really didn't take that long to create because I open sourced all the content. I open sourced all the content. I'm not sure what guy you were talking about. One of these guys. That guy that I just deleted, where'd that guy go? Deleted that guy. I don't know where he went, but he got deleted. So now I'm going to go in, and this whole guy is done. I open sourced all the content, open sourced the video, everything. Actual ad content. So I'm going to confirm this ad. Now this guy is published. That flow is published. This growth tool is, I wanted to actually continue here. And what did I want to do? I wanted to name this guy this. So that's that guy. All right, so this guy's actually created. So now my ad is created. All right. So now that that ad's created, here's that ad. I'm going to come over here, and I am going to get the Facebook post with comments. So I really want that guy. All right. So I really want that guy. And I'm going to come in here and create a growth tool. New growth tool is going to be a Facebook ad with comments growth tool. I'm going to select a post, and I'm going to give this hidden post ID. I'm going to give that guy. And I'm going to go next. So I'm just going to do that. Would you like some help? They respond. I'm going to send this to them. So I'm going to send that to them. Now that guy is saved and done. So this guy is, this particular ad now has this guy, which you can click and get inside the ad. Not sure if he's been approved yet. Let's check and see if he's been approved. Now what I didn't do is create a ref link. I could have created a ref link. Now if I want to create that ref link, this guy's already active. So if I want to create that ref link, I can still create that ref link and go and put him inside my ad, and then I can have a triple threat ad. I can have 3 ways for the user to get in the ad. I already have 2 ways. As you can see, the user can hit that send message, or they can come in here and say, they can say anything that they want. Like, can I have your cheat sheet? And then the bot should respond to them. So now they've got 2 different ways to get inside my ad. All right. So they can either comment, or they can actually click on the call to action for the ad itself. So like I said, the only other thing that I could really do here is I can come in and create another growth tool. And I could create this growth tool here. And I could replace this with that. And then I could go next. I could copy this guy. And then I could come back in here. And I could edit this guy here. Put a random link inside there. Now essentially you have 3 different ways to get into my bot from that ad. So now essentially you got 3 different ways you can actually get into my bot from that ad there. So that ad's all created. That didn't take long. So it looks like we've got about 20 minutes left in our session. And I showed you guys at the beginning this ad right here, which got some crazy results. This is 2.6K comments. So that's 2.6 thousand possible subscribers in your bot. That's a lot of possible subscribers. Let's say you got a 10% conversion ratio. That's 260 conversions. Let's say you got $100 conversion cost. Then let's say you've got that fee that they're going to pay. Everybody that converts is going to pay $100. That's $26,000 worth of revenue that you could have made on this ad. So a lot of likes, as you can see, a lot of shares. So this ad was done by Pete. Pete, you're still here, buddy? You wanna give us some insight and talk to us a little bit about ads, since you know a lot about them and you're a much better marketer than I am and a much better ad guy than I am?
Yeah, sure. No problems. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Everybody else can hear him fine?
Yep, cool. Yeah, so we, with that post there, that's an organic. There's no paid traffic going to that at all. What we done? We put the post out with no bot attached to it at all to start with. We pushed it up to, I don't know, I think it's like 4,000 views or something, which happened pretty rapidly. So I said, right, let's put a comment growth tool on there. And then within 14 hours, it was 260,000 views, something like 1,500 comments. And at the minute now, we're on, I think it's almost 700 or 800,000 views with 2 or 3,000 comments on there, 3,500 shares or something. It's just gone absolute nuts. But we're still driving no paid ad to that at all. She wants to, but I said we'll just hold off because we're still gaining traction and subs coming through. I haven't checked her sub account just yet through that. So, but she's got an ad running on a post below, or 2 or 3 posts below, talking about a New Year's resolution. I'm just putting a comment growth tool attached to that ad, literally, as we speak. I was trying to build it, but I was watching your Zoom anyway. So, but yeah, so because she's going to have, obviously she's got some high-end products to sell because she's a musician. So she sells like a lot of CDs and things like that. So obviously like subs to her Spotify and all them accounts. So, but her bot build, to be fair, was really, really simple. It's just a simple showcase gallery showing her viral videos she does, and then obviously then link backs into her other social platforms. So that was it. But that post there, that is totally organic, which has just gone absolutely nuts. I think it's one of her most viral posts on her page organically, which is pretty mental. I can't hear you, John.
I said I'm assuming you run paid ads as well. You do a lot of paid ads as well.
Well, not for her. I've only been with Adley now. Well, that was my first post I helped her out on. I built her bot a few weeks back. We're still building out little bits and bobs sort of thing. But I do ads for other niches and things. But I tend not to do them too much anymore. My biggest my biggest ROI is like an $1,800 ad spend and a pounds, UK pounds. And then a return of £43,500 within 24 hours. So that's really cool.
So how do you do your targeting whenever you do that? Did I do mine? Did I do mine all right? Because I'm not an ads guru.
Yeah, I
just make this shit up.
Yeah. Yours is fine. Obviously, you went through people visited your websites and things like that. That's fine. A lot of my clients don't have websites. They literally start off with nothing. They've got no audiences built, and they've been going for ages. But I've got quite a good knack at building pages organically, to be fair. You know, I build pages over 200k plus followers organically within 12 months. And this is highly engaged, you know, and if we ever want to drive ads, we only drive ads to that page, to the page viewers. Or then we create a lookalike audience if we want to, but we just totally minimal ad spend. You know, some of my clients, you know, just like, okay, $10, that's it. Okay, we're on a $10 ad for a day, and then increase, you know, the page, you know, fans by I don't know 10, 20,000 at a time, which is crazy. So, but with bots, it's crazy, to be fair, especially on the Adley Stump post. It pushed her views up. I know views can count from anything from, you know, 3 seconds and below kind of thing. But, you know, it pushed it up a good 600,000 views within 24 hours, which is nuts. Just that obviously using the comments growth tool is keeping that virality there and pushing you up through the edge ranks, you know, the edge rankings. So, you know, which really, really helps, to be fair.
Okay, so you have any? Alberto's asking about the new algorithm for organic posts. Do you have any thoughts on? You know what that's about? You have any thoughts on that?
Yeah. I've been reading into it and things like that. I've just started my own Facebook page literally about 3 days ago, and I put a video out organic, and I've just my reach on that is over 11,000 views now, and that's really niche. That's only my hometown. I'm you know, that I've fenced my Facebook to. You know, it doesn't push out any further, and all my subscribers coming into my bot. I had 456 subscribers within about 10 minutes, and that they're all my localized town, and that's organic. There was no paid ads. And then I put out like another 360 video because I'm quite video content heavy, and I put out like a 360 video where people turn their phones and things like that. And again, that was around about 10,000 organic reach on that one, around about 4,000 views, you know, about 11 shares and things like that.
So you think we have anything to worry about with the new algorithm changes that they're saying for these organic posts?
I think it really comes down to, you know, a lot of businesses I've worked with in the past have been really, really spammy on their posts, you know, taking images off Google and stuff like that, and just, you know, because we all know, like, the metadata behind kind of images kind of slows down, you know, the reach and things. But a lot of people are spammy. It's a case of not being spammy and just giving the client what you want. You know, I use things like Google for my search to see what's trending topics, and I kind of, you know, reverse engineer a video or some kind of copy from that, and I put that on my Facebook, and it really, really works. But my video marketing plan is Facebook, YouTube. I post simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube, and that kind of pushes, because I can rank a video #1 in Google and YouTube at the same time, just by using, you know, keyword research, which is really, really simple. So, and that really helps.
Okay. My take on that whole organic algorithm is that there's nothing really to worry about anyways. My whole take on that is people complain to Facebook about seeing ads all the time. Facebook makes their money. Facebook, obviously, they don't charge us, so they make their money in two ways. They sell our data to other people, so they sell our likes, our demographics to a bunch of other companies, including governments. They sell that data, and then they allow advertisers to pay them money for ads. So that ad revenue is a huge amount of Facebook's total income. So are they going to go in and, I mean, is it even smart for them to tell advertisers, guess what, we're not going to show your ads to as many people anymore? Not really. I really look at I don't think they're going to do any real algorithm changes, because Facebook can say every single day, we're changing our algorithm. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. For me, it's more of a PR stunt where Mark's released some PR information because they've received, you know, people complaining about all these ads, especially now that they've done Messenger, and now you can get ads in your Messenger. When you're browsing through Messenger, you see sponsored ads. So they've probably got a lot of complaints on that. So Mark's just like, you know, guys, don't worry about it. You're not going to see as much as that shit in the future anymore. So just keep using Facebook, and we'll start limiting those posts. But really, they probably won't limit them because, because that's their bread and butter. That's their money.
Yeah, I think our only threat at the minute is the larger companies, i.e. the TV companies, and the big sports brands are moving in and paying tons and tons of money on ads, and you have to push your ad spend up even just to be noticed. But I put ads out for literally $3, and I've had great reach and great engagement and and everything. But I'm not worried at all. I think people have taken his copy wrong in some aspects, and they're like, "Oh my god," because he's, like you said, he's not going to release whatever his speech or video or content. He's not going to go there and say, "Hey, businesses, no longer you're going to have to pay for ads." To be even seen on Facebook. He's not going to do that because a lot of companies will just go, okay, right, let's go back over to Google. We get better results. But I think it's a lot of hype. But it's just one of those things, isn't it?
So ultimately, if you want a high reach, good converting ad, it all comes down to copy and value in your ad and choosing proper demographics, right? If you choose the wrong demographics, then no one's going to interact with your ad. If you have shitty copy, no value in your ad, people aren't going to interact with it. If you choose a good mixture of copy and value in your ad and choose the correct demographics and target the right people, well, people are going to interact with your ad. It's still going to be shown.
Yeah, it's like you target like on your ad copy there. You targeted like America in general. When I target America in general, I exclude places like San Diego, LA, New York, because they're quite high click costs coming through there. So I just take them out just to keep that the ad spend kind of down, just to get us a better bit of a better ROI on that kind of thing. But another thing, what really helps is, obviously now we have to put titles to our videos on Facebook. That's there for one reason. That's because they want to take over the YouTube's kind of space and bring that into Facebook, because obviously now we can search for links which take us to YouTube videos, but having a great title which you're getting that keyword research from Google or YouTube and putting that into your Facebook video as a header, or a title, a searchable title, because people go into the top search bar and they'll type in something, and hopefully they'll click it and your video will be up there first if you've used that correct keyword inside. And I find that really helps.
Okay.
Yeah, because if like your videos, if you're doing native videos on Facebook, if you used to the title on that started with bots, then you're probably going to be seen first if people are searching for anything to do with bots.
Right.
Yeah, that really works. Really helps.
So you have any contact information you want to drop us a link to or something in case somebody wants to have you help them with their Facebook page or I know you said you don't like doing ads so much anymore.
Yeah.
But you seem to be good at it.
Yeah, just hit me up on my personal profile, Pete Fennell.
Had it here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it again. Here it is, right here.
I've got my if you type in @hustlepreneurs, that'll take them to my business page. On there. I don't think that. I'm not too sure that's on my at hustlepreneurs.
This it right here?
Oh no, hustlepreneurs. So like entrepreneur. So it's PRENEURS.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. To be fair, I haven't been on that thing for ages. But because I used to be quite big on live streaming.
Is it this right here?
No, that's not it. It's EURS is.
EURS. Like that?
So you spell it. Yeah, that's me over there. Yeah, so the one at the bottom, that's it, the top one there.
This one or this one?
Top. Yeah.
That one right there?
Funnel, social media marketing, yeah.
Okay.
That one there. Yeah.
So I'll drop that one in there.
Yeah, because I use that as like a network marketing thing to get loads of network marketers buying my courses, which really sold really well. You go through my little shitty bot there. So I literally put that together in like about 20 minutes the other day because I drove because I was in a group of Amoeba like Mums in Business Association thing, and they all came through and just grabbed the download off me. So.
Yeah, once you know what you're doing, you can build a bot literally in 30 minutes for some clients. If they're just trying to drive traffic and get engagement and deliver a couple contents that they already have, or collect emails or something, or build their subscriber list, you can build a bot relatively quickly, 20 minutes, an hour. I can build most bots myself if I was to build it myself. Most bots myself, if I zone out 3 days, I can build a really complex bot. But you guys seen, we built that quiz in an hour. We built that poll in an hour. So pretty much bot builds, once you actually understand the platform, they're not so hard in ManyChat. Now, if you want to go to something like this, if you want to go to Chat Fuel, I actually started building a training module, because after this ManyChat's over, I'm going to give you guys a training module if you're interested on Chat Fuel and the differences between ManyChat and Chat Fuel, advantages of each platform. So I started rebuilding this demo bot in Chat Fuel itself. Really, really different. Now, the Chat Fuel takes much longer. It's not near as easy and intuitive to build a bot in Chat Fuel as it is in ManyChat. But you have a lot of different advantages. And this one right here, this JSON API, is the biggest advantage in Chat Fuel, because this actually allows you to build your own web application where you can do third party. You can build your own web application and do third-party integrations with other other APIs, and then so you can do something like create your own database and then do a lookup from that database and return multiple items and just give Chat Fuel back the JSON objects for those multiple items. So none of those things you can do in ManyChat. Like in ManyChat, you can't send a user a custom image. You can't go do a lookup on Giphy or something and get a custom image and send that custom image back. I mean, you can, but you have to send it back as a link. Well, in Chat Fuel, you could send back that custom image as an actual image. You can send back custom cards, custom galleries, custom lists, all that good stuff. You could do a database lookup to find literally, you could do a Google Places search, and you could have a user say, hey, bot, find me restaurants. And you could ask them for their location. Where do you want to find restaurants at? They give you a location. You use a Google Places API search, find all the businesses that are restaurants in that location, and then have your web application get those datas and then parse that data as a JSON object for a gallery, and then deliver that custom content back to the user, things that you could never do in ManyChat right now. But it's a really different building process in Chat Fuel than it is in ManyChat. Really, really different. It's a really different building process. So, but you can still build a bot relatively quick, especially in ManyChat. So I dropped this link. Into the chat here. So don't forget to click on that link. It will take you to some post. Not sure where that post is, but it will take you to some Facebook post that you can leave a comment on. If you leave a comment on that post, you will get your free gifts for today. I showed you those free gifts already. So don't forget to do that. Our next session is going to be at 8 p.m. 2 hours from now. I'm going to be playing Batman on my PS4 until then. So we do have our guest speaker coming in. He was scheduled a little bit earlier today, and he didn't come in because he was at the ER. He was supposed to come in and talk to us about sales. Since he didn't come, I upped my session to talk about outsourcing. So next week, I'll try to find us another guest speaker that will talk more about something else, like Facebook ads or something else. So go in, make sure that you comment on this post. You'll get your free gifts just like these people did. They got their free gifts. So you'll get your free gifts if you comment on on this post. Our next training session will be at 8 o'clock, so 2 hours from now. Our guest speaker, Rocky, will come in, and he'll teach us more about sales and his sales process and how to do effective sales, either whether you're cold calling or you're talking to existing clients or you're knocking on doors or you're doing some targeted work. He's going to teach you about the actual sales process and how to do that. So this one's over. Thanks a lot for your input, Pete. It was really, really appreciated. I will see you guys at 8 o'clock.